Describing a book in 3 words, that is difficult, but engaging with a genius. What got me going on Leonardo? Initially I avoided him. I'd studied natural sciences at Cambridge and did postgraduate art history, and he looked big and difficult. And I thought, either you do this person properly or you not do him at all. And by chance I was asked to make a television program by a young TV producer who was being trained. And somehow or other I got asked if I would help him, which I did. And I started looking at Leonardo and I thought, I can make some inroads into him. I've heard outlandish theories of the most extraordinary kind, and almost on a weekly basis. One of the best or worst ones was that if you look carefully at Mona Lisa, inside you will see Persian script hidden in the Mona Lisa, and it's telling the prophecies of Nostradamus. And that is pretty extreme. I'm not sure I have a favourite encounter with a Leonardo loony. You try to avoid them, but no, I'm sent some very extraordinary objects saying they're by Leonardo. I think the most remarkable was a French 18th century engraving of a Leonardo, a domestic scene, absolutely not a Renaissance thing. And this person insisted it was by Leonardo. And I said, this is an 18th century engraving, actually by a German artist who worked in France. And that didn't deter them. And they said, oh, well, Leonardo was a genius, so he invented a painting technique that looked like 18th century engravings 2 centuries before before the 18th century, and you can't argue with that. Leonardo is remarkable in quality. The drawings and paintings are extraordinary. I've seen Mona Lisa twice out of her frame or its frame, and they are uncanny, and they have a seductive quality. And they have a seductive quality beyond art. So you've got the technology, you've got the science, you've got wonderful anatomy and so on. And there's so much you can understand about Leonardo, but at the end of the day, he's elusive. So you're always sort of feeling further to try to get some sense of as to who he is. So this amazing amount of stuff in Leonardo, which everybody can relate to in different ways, but at the same time, there is a mystery, there is a privacy to Leonardo which draws people in. My favourite Leonardo work, difficult deciding. It depends on mood and place and circumstance. In a way, the greatest work is undoubtedly Mona Lisa, the portrait in the Louvre, but would I wish to live with that? It's a very uncanny, strange painting. I think if I chose one to live with, then I would choose the portrait of the lady with the ermine in Krakow in Poland, Cecilia Gallerani, the mistress of the Sforza Duke of Milan. And that's a fresh, very lively, accessible portrait, very beautiful, and less psychologically complicated than some of them. So you wouldn't be continually on edge as you might be with Mona Lisa looking at you the whole day. Leonardo was of a generation of artists, including Raphael and Michelangelo, who liked fame. They knew the great Greek artists were famous. They didn't have works by them, but they knew that they were renowned figures. So they were interested in fame, and Leonardo not least. He thought the flying machine would give him immortality. Of course, it didn't fly, but he would be delighted. And to think that something had sold for the world record price of a painting, the Salvator Mundi, recently for $450 million, he would have been delighted.